Continue to follow developing news out of the Middle East overnight. The Taliban has claimed responsibility for the attack in Afghanistan that killed 2 U.S. Marines. Britain's Prince Harry was also at the camp during the time of the attack, but he was not harmed. 16 Taliban fighters were also killed during the ensuing gunfight. This morning, the Taliban says the violence is in response to that film that insults the Prophet Muhammad.
President Barack Obama vowed to stand fast against the violence. It started with an attack on the U.S. consulate in Libya on Tuesday, which killed the ambassador and 3 other Americans.
And 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell joins us now live in the newsroom. And Kim, will the maker of that film, will he be facing any charges or?
We are just learning this morning that federal probation officers interviewed him at a Los Angeles sheriff's station. This is a picture taken of Nakula as officers took him in to question him. The 55-year-old who is on probation for financial crimes was not arrested. Meantime, in 31 countries from Egypt to Australia, protests continue.
Obama! Obama! We love Osama!
This was the scene as Muslim activists demonstrated at the U.S. consulate in Sydney. At least 1 officer was hurt trying to control the crowd. Around the world, at least five protesters have died in similar demonstrations against the low-budget film that ridicules Islam. Meantime, the 4 Americans killed in Libya came home for the last time. Ambassador Chris Stevens, Sean Smith, Glenn A. Doherty, and Tyrone S. Woods were eulogized by President Obama and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton yesterday.
Today, we bring home 4 Americans who gave their lives for our country and our values.
That fundamental American belief that we can leave this world a little better than before. That's who they were, and that's who we are.
Now back to the filmmaker who inspired these attacks. He is on probation for bank fraud, and he is banned from using computers. Investigators say if he violated his probation while making this film, he could be in legal trouble. Live in the newsroom, Kim Russell, 7 Action News.
Meanwhile, Google has rejected a request by the White House to pull that controversial film from YouTube. The internet giant says it is censoring the video in countries with restrictions like India and Indonesia and has blocked it in Egypt and Libya. Google says it's restricting the clip to comply with local law rather than as a response to political pressure.